Hello. Trading is closed on 29th of November 2023. We always begin with our disclaimer, go over our calls, and then make some predictions. It's my trading plan for the final day of November, November 30th, 2023. Remember, I can be wrong. Trade at your own risk. I was pretty negative after yesterday's trade. I said the only thing that would kill the call for lower prices would be to gap and promptly overtake these highs. And that's what we did. Here's what I said. So, no call. Tomorrow should also have the early low. The fact that we gapped up doesn't change the fact that this is the pattern with the early low. Well, we had some targets. We had 45, 44, 71. That didn't print, so we have to add that to the list. And we had an optional target which didn't print, so we forgot about that one. During the day, MEJT said these blurbs, these little blips weren't going to stick, and they didn't. We fell back into this range. That's all that MEJT had to say for today. So far, we're just consolidating between this can fan line and this trend line. We're just consolidating in that range. And just as the high of today's trade was at resistance, the low was at support. If you're going to break through lines like this and hold them, normally you have to gap. We still haven't been able to close under prior highs, kept up at a new high, closed under all these highs. That's a rejection of the move to a new high, but any move needs confirmation, and as we showed, we stopped right at support. So confirmation is trading under today's close by 1 cent. And if we do that, I think that hitting a new recovery high and closing in the red should lead to lower prices. Doesn't have to lead to a lower close, but we just can't break through this resistance. Now, of course, if we don't trade under this close by 1 cent, that's support, because we aren't trading under these lows either, and because of that trend line we showed. Well, tomorrow's pattern has the early low, regardless of where we open. Typically, it's a rally day and we have a high in the final hour, but if it's a weekday, we should see more weakness. Now, once again, we couldn't hold on to the break to a new recovery high, hitting a new high of trend, but then closing negative and under prior relative highs. That's negative stuff. And if that's confirmed by trading under today's close, we should trade lower. Doesn't guarantee a close lower, but that's pretty likely. We just have to trade under today's close by 1 cent. But if that never happens, all these bearish implications of today's action, they're vitiated. So we stopped right to support. This is pretty negative stuff. All we need to confirm a break lower is to trade under today's close. But if we can't do that, there's no reason we can't go up once again. So I'm waiting to see how we open tomorrow. It's usually a bullish day. If there isn't early weakness, the rest of the day after the open tends to be a rally. So we'll have to see where we open tomorrow. We gap up tomorrow, can't take this out. We could revisit this. But of course, if we do take this out and have a big drop, that could have been the end of the leg. So we'll look at the early trade tomorrow. It's a pattern with the early low. Tends to have a high in the last hour, and that's today's call.